Morning, guys. Just got back from running around checking cattle, and then I run down to Kings in West Liberty and got some pellets. We'll have to grind feed later today. 40/20's on the manure spreader right now. So before we unhook it, we're going to go up to the farm we got heifers on, and we got to scrape that lot out. And then there's the guy that put cattle in there before, he built a nice feeder system that we haven't been using, but I think we're going to start using. That way, it's getting kind of old hauling the skid loader up there every couple days to put hay out. This thing, we need the skid loader to get them in the bale ring. This thing, if we just set a bale in the bed of the truck, hey buddy, we can just roll it off into it and then they can eat it. But right now, we've got this steel flatbed on the gooseneck trailer. We're trying to get it unloaded with the skid loader, and then we'll grab the skid loader, bucket, forks, a bale of hay, and then we will go up there. They don't really need it too bad, but we'll go ahead and bed them up while we got them pinned out in the skid loaders here. It's supposed to start getting colder. Gotta be real careful, the barn's low right here. So I got straw in, we're waiting on DJ to get back up here with the spreader. He's on the back pasture, which we did not get to graze it this year because we got this spring, got him set up here and thought, well, he should be good for a while, and then later in the summer hit and we was thinking about turning them back here, and I went and rode around the fat pasture with the four-wheeler and realized we got quite a bit of fence work to do there. So gonna work on that late this winter, early next spring to graze them out there. We're spreading on that pasture because we checked the beans here a couple days ago and they were borderline, but we had rain coming, so we haven't run any crops off on this farm. So we're spreading on that back pasture. One of these mornings we're gonna have to get the calves banned and vaccinated, and I want to deworm all the cows and big red the bull back there. And then I don't think I'm gonna overwinter any cattle up here. If I bring anything back up here, I don't know how long I'm leaving these up here yet, but if I bring anything back up here, it might just be all our young steers that we wean and that we buy, just to keep them somewhere until we get all the fat sold, because we butcher some of our fats the 23rd of November, and the rest can go probably about any time then. But I don't think we'll be able to hold off on the people we're buying from. Will want to hold on to them that long, so we might have to go somewhere with them till then. But it's our only red calf that we got out of the Hereford Bowl. Suppose I'll show you what we're doing for feeding. So we used to have that bale ring set up here on the concrete. It just seemed like they make it so sloppy so quick, and it's, especially now during harvest, it's hard to find time to get up here with the skid loader and the spreader and get everything scraped. So the guy that was renting this pasture, he put this thing in, pretty nice, over here for feeding. I'm assuming it's for feeding, but it's concrete all the way around it, and it's got a gate on it so calves can't get out. It's like if you unrolled a bale in here. It seems like it's a little wide though, so I'm afraid they're going to get it to the middle, and we'll have to kick it up every day. But yeah, we can, that way the skid loader doesn't have to come up here every few days to put bales out. We can throw it on the flatbed truck, or even in the bed of one of the other pickups, or even on the Kubota, and we can run right up here and roll it out and unroll it in here. I hear DJ coming, so we'll get the bucket switched back onto the skid loader and keep at it. It'll be his last load, and then I'm gonna get the bale ring out of there because I don't plan on using it, and then we're gonna move their feed bunk out here because we bring a bucket of grain for them too, and that way it's not in the slop. I'm trying to keep this lot a little cleaner. We just got the cows turned in there, and DJ's going to spread the last load. I'm gonna head back to the farm because it's dinner time. Earlier when we come up here and did all that work, we forgot to grab the bale of hay. Being up here, I grabbed the bucket on the forks of the skid loader and loaded it up. When I got up here, I realized we didn't bring one, so I'm on my way to Bell Fountain now. I got to pick up all the tires we've ruined this fall during harvest so far. They're getting fixed, so I got to pick them up, and got some wheel bearings and seals in at Napa to pick up. So this is on the way. So just dropped the bale off here, so we'll see how well this thing works. Well, I mistakenly thought I could get that off there by myself. We'll have to see what we can come up with. I got one of these hubs off the auger and just put bearings in it. DJ's put the other one on already. New bearings and seals. I bought this thing. I've wanted it for a while. It's, you pinch the bearings between these two cones and it's got a greaser here and it packs them for you. And these hubs are not greasable, so that was like $8, so I figured it would be worth it. It's a little bit messy, but it'll do the bearings a lot of good. This kind of isn't a very well done job because got all the parts and got back home and realized that when you get bearings at Napa, apparently you got to order the races separate. So the bearings didn't come with new races. These other bearings, they weren't out. I mean, they were still all right, but they were gonna be out. So going ahead and changed them. So the old races were not completely shot, but for this auger, it maybe moves 10 miles a year down the road total. So I don't think we'll have any problems using the old races, especially since we filled them and they seemed all right. So we got a new tire for that auger because we had one that was blowed up, so we'll go ahead and get that put on too. Looks like we got a used tire, but it was cheap enough, so that'll work for an auger. Our auger looks like it was sitting in Detroit for a while.